I would tell you that I have no opinion on that because I think that's really up to council's call as to whether they want to back somebody or not. I do not know whether it's legal or non-legal.
Okay. Mr. Tanner.
My opinion on this is we had a group of citizens of the City of Elyria, and a lot of them might have even voted for the mayor in the election. But they did what the Constitution and our charter gives them, the right to go out, take petition. They've done it, did their work, come up short, went back out, did their job, got the number of signatures, and now it's for them. It's their, as far as I'm concerned, the petitioners, it's their fight. It's not a council fight. It has nothing to do with me personally or anybody else as far as I'm concerned on council, other than our right to go and vote when the time comes for a vote. And that there's what the Board of Elections, everybody says they are. This is a democratic way. This is a democratic society, I hope. And I say it shouldn't even be, we shouldn't even be here talking about this. It's a date set for the election, that should be it. This resolution, to me, doesn't hold anything.
Thank you. Mr. Craig.
I think if we don't even have an opinion as to whether or not this is legal or illegal, I don't think that there's any real rush to do this tonight, and there shouldn't be. I think we should at least get that opinion first before we proceed to have a resolution that basically endorses or supports a candidate.
Okay. Anybody else have any comments? If not, I'll call for the question. No, the committee's already passed it.
We did? I missed that.
Yeah.
Call for the question.
Question on the motion. All in favor of the suspension signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
Roll call.
Mr. Lotto?
Aye.
Mr. Gibbs?
Nay.
Mr. Callahan?
Aye.
Ms. Mitchell? Aye. Mr. Bullocks?
Aye.
Mr. Craig?
Nay.
Mr. Stewart?
Aye.
Mr. Brubaker?
Aye.
Mr. Tanner?
Nay.
Mr. Kirschner? Absent. Mr. Burkhart?
Aye.
7 ayes and 3 nays. The suspension does not pass.
Okay. We'll table it to a future meeting. On the ordinance.
An ordinance pursuant to Elyria City Charter Section 19.04 to fix a day for holding an election for the recall of William M. Grace, Mayor of the City of Elyria, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Bullock.
Yes, Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion that the committee sets a date for the election on December 22nd with an emergency, please.
Second.
Second, moved by Mr. Bullock, second by Mr. Stewart.
What committee is that, Mr. President?
This is the
Strategic plan.
strategic plan.
Strategic plan?
Question.
Mr. President, I have a question about which committee you're talking about, why you're going to committee.
Well,
This is a council function. Council has to set this date by charter.
By charter.
So I believe what Mr. Bullocks is suggesting is that the date be, for the election, be December 22nd, and I think then council should vote on that, and at the same time then the ordinance follows after that.
okay, and I apologize because we're in uncharted waters here, and this is the first time.
You're right. This is an absolutely new area. I've never dealt with it. Nobody in this city, to my knowledge, has ever dealt with this issue. But I do believe that the thing that we have here is a charter provision that absolutely requires that this date be fixed sometime between December 12th and December 27th of 2009. And the real question here is whether we needed a resolution or an ordinance, but there's a charter provision that seems to indicate we do. and that's where it's there. But I don't think council has any choice but to go forward with a date.
Okay, and that date was the
December 22nd.
December
So
22nd.
I think that probably what you need first is a motion to set the date, and once that's done, then pass the ordinance accordingly, or fix the date and pass the ordinance at the same time, because there's a couple other dates that have to go in there. You'll see some blanks in there. Those blanks are the dates that this has to be advertised. And under the charter, it has to be advertised twice, the same day for 2 consecutive weeks. And my suggestion would be, based upon a discussion I've had with the council's office, that if you set the date for the recall election of December 22nd, then the 2 dates for advertisement would be 2 Thursdays prior to that, the 10th of December and the 17th of December.
Okay.
And those will be the blanks, and I would ask that that be part of the motion if we're going with the 22nd.
Okay, we've got the motion to go with the 22nd. We got a first motion by Mr. Bullock, second by Mr. Stewart. Discussion, Mr. Craig.
Will the cost be affected in any way depending on where in this range of dates we choose the date? Or would the cost be the same regardless of where? For example,
It's my
if we
understanding.
choose December 22nd, is that going to cause some kind of an expediting fee to get this prepared, or will that have no bearing whatsoever?
Well, we have to do it
President,
with Mr.
if you would allow me, I can
Okay.
answer that question. The process of going forward with the election has already been started. The ballot language has been approved. The only question of potential cost increase between the date of the week of the 22nd and a week before that is that 3 of the polling places. Now, the Board of Elections is going to conduct this election on the same basis, same time frame, and same polling places that they conduct every other, or would conduct any other election in the city of Elyria. The primary guideline will be the one they just conducted. So they're going to have the same polling places, so they don't have to go out and try to send out notices to the voters saying, we're only going to do it in 3 places, and we're going to do it on a day that isn't a Tuesday. And that's why I do suggest you do it on a Tuesday, so you have uniformity in there. But 3 of those polling places are schools. And on December 22nd, schools will be on vacation. And
No, they won't. The Elyria schools will not be on vacation. I checked that. They're going to be on vacation the 23rd.
then if they're on the 20th, I thought we were advised the other night they were going to be on vacation that week, but if they're going to be on vacation starting the 23rd, then they'll be open the 22nd, and there would be no additional cost.
No, that's what I've got from one of the board members of the board. So,
Then that's fine. That would be the only question of cost. There's no other, because, if you do it on the 22nd, the time frame for the absentee is usually 35 days. Tomorrow, I think, or today, something is the 35th day, so there's no cost there that I know about. And I was not advised of any expedited cost by going ahead using that 22nd or using any of those days. It appears 22nd is probably a better day than the 15th, to be quite truthful with you.
yeah, that's what I was advised.
Thank you.
Okay.
Question.
Question on the motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Now, Mr. Bullocks, if you would read the language and Mr. Bullocks can follow the motion.
Excuse me, on the ordinance that's going to be passed, it's going to have dates filled in. The election will be on the 22nd. The first advertisement will be of December, the first advertisement will be on December 10th. The second advertisement will be on December 17th in the Chronicle Telegram. So those dates will go in the ordinance, and that I would ask that you motion to approve the ordinance fixing the date and the advertising on those dates.
Okay, Mr. President, I make a motion that the advertisement dates for the election would be on the 10th of December and then on the 17th of December.
And that the election be on the 22nd.
Election be on the 22nd.
Now remember, this is under suspension and emergency.
Okay, now I'm sorry, I didn't get the second.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Mitchell. Okay, on the discussion? Question on the motion. On the suspension, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. On the emergency, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. On the passage, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. That concludes the meeting. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Mr.
Moved by
President.
Mr. Bullock, second by Mr. Gibbs. Discussion.
Question.
Question on motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. This council stands adjourned.